A man about 3 years from retirement sat across from me. He had saved steadily his whole life, and he asked me, "Andy, I'm doing everything right, so why does it feel like nothing is happening?" I never forgot that question, because I have felt it too. For 15 years, I was a registered investment advisor and financial consultant. So one quick, honest note. I'm not your advisor, and this isn't personal financial advice. It's education. Here's what I want to give you today. By the end, you'll see something. The slow, boring parts of building a rich retirement are doing far more than they feel like. And one idea right now. In retirement money, the smallest course corrections often matter the most. Let me tell you about a ship's rudder. We live in an instant world, same-day shipping, fast food, one-tap everything. So we bring that same wiring to our money. We want the account to jump. We want to feel richer by Friday. And when it doesn't happen fast, something quietly goes wrong. We check the balance every morning. We feel behind. We get restless. We abandon a good, boring plan because it wasn't a magic bullet. Some folks even chase a hot tip that promises a shortcut. Worse, we confuse looking rich with being rich. The new truck, the bigger house. That is masking the symptom. It is not the same as building wealth. Sometimes it's the opposite. So how does a rich retirement actually get built? Like a ship's rudder. Picture yourself sailing toward a destination, a calm, funded retirement. When you do the right things, you are turning the rudder. You raise your savings rate a little. You automate your investing. You cut a fee you never noticed. You stay in your seat when the market drops. You write down what your money is for. Each one is a small turn of the rudder. Now, here's the strange thing about the open ocean. You turn the rudder a few degrees and the view barely changes. Same horizon, same water. It feels like nothing happened. But that tiny turn over the miles changes everything. It's the difference between landing on one continent and another. A few degrees now, a whole different destination later. That is compounding. That is what your steady, unglamorous moves are really doing while you can't feel it yet. People wildly underestimate how powerful these little turns are. And every good captain expects rough water, wind, waves, currents that push the ship off course. A market drop, a surprise expense, a bad year right as you retire. The captain doesn't call that failure. He checks the compass, locks back on course, and turns the rudder again. Setbacks in retirement aren't square one. They're a cue to look at your plan and make one more small turn. Now, sometimes a ship really does wreck. A job loss, a big hit. When that happens, it isn't about the rudder anymore. It's about salvaging what you can, choosing a new destination, and setting sail again. That's real. And it's survivable too. Here is what changes when this finally sinks in. That desperate demand for an instant result loosens its grip. You start noticing progress that never counted before because it didn't look like getting rich overnight. Your motivation holds because you can see you are getting somewhere. The shame quiets down. You are not behind. You are on course. Success isn't fixing your whole retirement today. It's angling the rudder toward it again and again. And this is the part I love. You get to enjoy more of the now on the way there. You stop checking the market every morning. You sleep better. You remember the money was always for a life, not a scoreboard. Because being rich in retirement isn't the size of the pile, it's the life that pile lets you live. So here is one thing to do in the next 24 hours. Write down a single small course correction. One rudder turn, not a life overhaul, 1 degree. Then, for the real decisions, sit down with a licensed advisor or CPA. Run your own numbers. You spent a lifetime saving. The goal now is to steer it, calmly, toward a retirement that feels full. Turn the rudder, trust the miles, and I'll see you in the next one.